Oh, all right, my lovers. It's MJ from Ultra Love TV. Happy Monday! Happy to be here with all of you. So I read tarot for fun and entertainment and also divine guidance and loving clarity. So join me over on the Ultra Love TV YouTube channel. I do share regularly there. I do my live share crew and ultimately just sort of like a meetup, talk about the energies, talk about healing, transformation, self-responsibility, self-love, forgiveness, like all that juicy good stuff. So the tarot is intuitive. It means I read intuitively. So that's part of the kind of responsibility of like making sure you resonate with myself and Ultra Love as a brand. And then if you find there's quite a lot of resonant messages coming through for your life, that might be a relevant prompt to have a private booking. If not, just really great to be here with you, and I hope you're having a great day, and I'm really wishing all of you a happy Monday. Over on the YouTube channel, I'm not going to do the monthly readings, but I am going to endeavor to do an elemental weekly reading and add these daily readings on the YouTube channel. So, okay, let's just see what we get. Monday, divine guidance and loving clarity. Some of you are definitely, wow. Yeah, some of you are definitely having like a substantial new beginning in your family life, in your home life, and with regards to love. I feel intuitively there were some changes that needed to be made around your generosity or the generosity of the person that you're in the relationship with. Hence this new beginning. There needs to be a greater offer. And this also feels a little bit like maybe the relationship is going to the next level. Similarly, it can mean that it's coming to an end. So, and there's this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. That could be the person you're dealing with, male or female, ultimately. Earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus. What's the other one? Virgo. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. In the reverse, it's like maybe it's not necessarily what it appears, or they're not really who they say they are, or what they have isn't necessarily what like is really going on. So maybe they're not as wealthy as they say, or yeah, there's just possibly some deception or not, or a lack of clarity. It certainly comes off as a lack of generosity, even though they maybe like say they have all this, that, and the other, and then they're super tight, or they're just not giving as much as you in this dynamic. So you're ultimately invoking a new beginning, and this is really a new beginning in love and a new beginning in your relationship to family and home. And there's a 10 of cups. So the 10 of cups is here, which means you in your potential, in your vortex, in your vision for yourself, you have a 10 of cups. So that's like as happy as you can be, basically, with all of the fulfillments, the people, the children, the dogs, whatever it might be, to fulfill your life, to create a greater sense of fulfillment. For some of you, there's a greater desire and or not a desire as much as I want to say like you are becoming self-made. Like the pinnacle coming into your reality is very much like what you've created and generated for yourself. Definitely. The fish energy here is with, especially next to the pentacle, it's just making me feel like for some reason I've had this before, like how the story when Jesus manifested all the fish basically for the people, the self-made energy, certainly from a new paradigm perspective, is just now your ability to provide. Like you're able to feed the people in your community. You're able to shelter the people in your community, bread breaking, so there is a sense of like a feast with regards to your own being self-made, which is just to do with being financially good. Like you're making loads, you have loads, you can save, you can spend, and you can be generous. And that's why for some of you, there could be a need to shapeshift a current relationship that's imbalanced, which either means the relationship itself goes through a new beginning, a regenesis, and or it finishes, like you close the chapter on that said relationship and you move into more autonomy. But for a strong part of you, I do feel like it's the relationship going through change. So the one or both of you are up-leveling your ability to give, and that's also creating more joyful fulfillment for both of you, right? And then again, for some of you, it could be just the end of this relationship because it's imbalance and you're giving yourself a new beginning on your own, like as a self-made pioneer, endeavoring to create all that you want. So there's, for some of you, you're definitely very, very connected to creation in the form of your high priestess. I'm just gonna get one more, this card to come out. So the high priestess is there and the control energies. I'm kind of curious about those control energies. It's almost like expressing it's out of your control. You can try to control it, but it's out of your control. It's like trying to control it is just going to make it harder for you. I'm honestly getting a sense for a lot of you on the only thing you need to do right now is retreat. Like heal, just chill. There's something about this like control card in as far as, and like I'm getting some spiritual insight around all of this stuff as well. Is like everything that we're endeavoring to figure out there is stuff going on inside. It's just that our minds have come to be used in such a way where we kind of prioritize or we give a certain dominant precedent over like analytical, rational thought. And yet that is just kind of crumbling before our eyes. So the illusions of control, imagine that energy of like, I have this uncontrolled. Do you really on the spinning planet? Do you think this one human and their control structures are really going to withstand like a natural disaster? Or if all of these sort of disappear, or if nobody actually gives a shit anymore? There's so many ways and wonderful, miraculous ways that we can shatter the illusion. And ultimately the illusion is within every single one of us as far as like, what are we going to pay attention to? Or certainly where are we going to put our energy? And I believe increasingly at this point, we're wanting to put our energy in like what we want to see more of in the world. So for example, in Alta Love's vision, more love. And like I was just sharing with Live Share Crew, transparency. You know, I'm a business owner. I have nothing to hide. You know, there is an aspect of, yes, profiteering, and yet I make no bones about the profit, yes, is to sustain my life. Anything beyond that is then to sustain the community, the people that support me and I them. And I believe that if all communities and businesses are responsible to that degree, then we have a better and more responsible world. And we have a greater, a higher harmony through self-responsibility and self-love and healing. And then that extends into the world. It's like, it's scientific, actually. You know, but again, there's usually for a lot of us, a lot of growing up to do, a lot of like maturing via wisdom. And that comes out of experience, not through textbook, you know? So you guys, that's a little reading for you. Thank you ever so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for joining me on the YouTube channel, for subscribing to Alta Love and buying into some of the merch. It's super duper helpful for myself and the team. And ultimately the journey of shining more love into the world. So join us in spreading more love. Feel free to check these out. I love them. They're really, really comfy. These are actually the girls' little crop sweatshirts. So they're kind of like short and cut off, but really, really fun and comfy. So, oh, and Rapa Nui and Tmall, that's the companies that we collab with. It's all zero waste packaging and sustainable, ethical, and organic as well. So we're really thankful to Rapa Nui and Tmall for creating this, this sort of manufacturing and distributing of merchandise. And it's really, really useful for brands like myself that really, really want to be as responsible, sustainable, ethical, organic, and all that jazz as possible. It goes down to the same with the vegan course and the zero waste course. Like all of these changes, they take time, and yet the more of us that endeavor them openly and honestly and forgive ourselves, forgive one another, let each other off the hook, maybe the better chance we have at all making those changes effectively and with as much compassion as possible, because it's big, big, big changes and quite heavy sometimes. Like, yeah, sometimes I don't think we know what we're doing until holla. Anywho, have a great Monday, you guys. I love you loads, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.